In this, we're going to learn about conflict resolution in family. You all might have disputes in your family related to another issue. And now this is a very interesting topic about class 9 spiritual curriculum book. It is an additional subject, but yes, very important part of your life. In this chapter, you will be able to learn about successful and unsuccessful conflict resolution strategies. Be aware about how certain words are used and actions are used which influence your understanding in a conflict resolution. You will be aware about your own behavior when listening or speaking. You will be also aware about active listening techniques and know different causes of conflict, effect of conflict, and how to control conflict. So now firstly let's see the introduction. In introduction it is said that you might have learned about conflict resolution techniques that can be used to resolve difficult problems which you face in your day-to-day lives. And in this unit we will be able to explore how to adapt skills to resolve our conflict amongst family members. This topic is going since you are in nursery, but this is generally in Darshan Academy, and this is generally going on since you are in nursery, but the level is going and going increasing on. Now, under this effective communication, you will be able to learn about active listening. So, active listening is an effective communication technique, means a meaningful communication technique, helpful communication technique. This technique is generally a series of behaviors that indicate that we or a person is involved in listening to what the other person is saying. This shows enough things such as just means they're saying just as indicated by our body posture, looking at the speaker, giving the signals, means any word signals or any actions, and avoiding the use of communication stoppers. Now you all might be wondering what are the communication stoppers. So let's have a look. Some communication stoppers मतलब जब एक बात हो रही है उसको जो रोक रहे हैं वो होते communication stoppers. अब वो भी कितने तरीके से रोका जा सकता है, जैसे कि इंटरप्टिंग, प्रॉबिंग, जजिंग, और आपका क्या नाम है, इंटरप्रेटिंग, एडवाइजिंग, डोमिनेटिंग, पुटिंग डाउन. अब एक एक करके हम सब इन सब की डेफिनेशन समझेंगे. इंटरप्टिंग, व्हाट इंटरप्टिंग का मतलब बेसिकली ये है कि जैसे कोई दो जने बात कर रहे हैं, हम उनकी बात को आगे बीच में रोक रहे हैं, कम्युनिकेशन स्टॉपर एक्ट कर रहे हैं उस सिचुएशन में. तो उस सिचुएशन में we can say that we are interrupting. Am I right? Now the second is probing, means making irrelevant comments or asking questions which make somebody feel bad. Judging means using such phrases such as you always do this only, you always does that only. Instead of them, what should we use? That I'll tell you in later. Then the next term used here is advising. Advising something which is not required in this case, such as using phrases, if I was you, then I would be doing that thing in any conflict. Many of you do this in your schools, which is very common these days. Yes. Now the most important thing is dominating, putting somebody down. These two terms are very related terms. Here these two terms refers to, for example, if there is a conflict between two person, then you can assume that the third person is coming and saying that, see, if I was there then I would be doing this. कहते हैं ना आग लगाना, that if the person is doing, then you can say that the person is generally putting fire in your conversation so that you become more angry and testing your patience. So now the word dominating here refers to is that controlling the conversation with voice tone. Your voice and tone is another factor which varies when you are talking to somebody. If your voice tone is low, soft, smooth, then it seems to be that you are a good person, you're not dominating. But in a case you are thinking yourself superior to someone else, then you are dominating someone really and putting somebody down. Related to your behavior, voice tone, these two things matters a lot. Now we'll also see that how to control conflicts. Yes, I messages and ionation. In this topic, very well it is explained that I means I statements here they are talking about. You can use I statements in a conflict. These help to resolve a conflict in such a manner that you are not dominating someone, you are not judging someone. Means if there is a conflict between you and your sister, what happens is that, take an example that your sister destroys your shirt and you're very angry, then you can say that I don't like that somebody spoil my shirts, so next time you can be more careful and do not repeat it again. That's it. In this manner your message will be conveyed and you will not dominate or put down someone in a harsh manner. You can say this politely and you can use phrases such as I feel this dot dash just because I need this in this situation. And now you can fill your exercises. See, I'm showing you an activity. If you do not understand in case, then you can use these pages. I'm sure you all might be able to understand the exercise and do it. Now comes here is the second method for resolving conflict is reflective listening and paraphrasing. In this, reflective listening means listening to other person's point of view, which would stop your fight. If you are having a conflict between two children, then what you need to do is here you need to basically think about reflective listening and paraphrasing. Reflective listening means किसी को ध्यान से सुनना कि वो पर्सन क्या रहा है, आप वो सुने वो पर्सन जो कह रहा है. And then now paraphrasing refers to is sorry, paraphrasing here is that whatever you have listened or whatever you understand from the communication, you can just repeat the same. That is paraphrasing, which would help to resolve your conflict. Consolidation of communication skills. In this, it's saying that the following activities you can use. Means here and they're saying given an activity and they're saying if you communicate with the person whom you are having fight, that is the best solution, best solution. 90% this solution can work if you both talk together and try to resolve a conflict amongst yourself. Do not involve a third person in your fight. See, For example, this is an conversation between Katya and Anna. See now how they are using these consolidations and solving their conflict. You have taken my sweater again without asking me and got it dirty. I was planning to wear it on my picnic. It makes me very frustrated when Kat- Katya. Now Anna, what's the what's the big deal without a sweater? I'll wash it for you. Don't have to be so petty. Katya, it was a gift from Anna, my auntie, of my things and you for respect for. धीरे पढ़ लो. Just get more sleep and you will be so cranky. Now, how can you improve your understanding? Through questioning. Questioning is another factor. If you sometimes when you are involved in a conflict with someone, you can observe your own views and ideas clearly, but you always not think that what the other person is thinking. By asking questions, we can learn about how another person sees the situation, his point of view or her point of view. This process helps in bringing the focus to one person, finding the situation that both people can feel okay about, bringing about to an one solution of a situation rather than defending one's own position or wanting to have one's own way. Conflict resolution that may arise in a family. Some examples are, you can see some examples. First one is amount of time which is spent in homework, amount of time spent with friends, choice of friends, and spreading some memory or time with friends, and which television to watch, and many other examples. Between other family members, noise levels, putting away belongings, etc. and etc. Now here comes another question. Some examples of questions that might be asked in a conflict. For example, is there some way we can agree on certain thing? I know my friend Ahmed dresses a bit differently, but he's a unique, interesting person. What are the concerns you have about while spending time with him? When you were young, you did you experience any difficulties in your parents about clothing styles or music liked, etc.? There are some personal strengths and weaknesses. How can you realize? By doing meditation, you realize what are you actually. You are a body, not only actually you are a soul, not only a body. You have many regions behind it, especially inner regions such as supracausal regions, causal regions, and various other regions such khand, the main region where you need to reach. So the only thing is that meditation, say some steps you need to follow for meditation, which are: sit still, close your eyes, concentrate on third eye, repeat any name of God in your thoughts. God is near us and you need to call him. Close your eyes for 2 minutes and observe a change. You will feel very calm and peaceful in your mind. Remember the name of God in your thoughts which you follow. This is the time which will never come again. Realize your importance, your studies' importance. Open your eyes and now you would feel very, very blessed, an immense peace and pleasure in your eyes. As rightly said, life is not a dagger stained with the blood of hatred, but it is a branch filled with the flowers of love and compassion. Now, the very, very important topic which might be asked in your exams is the problem solving model, which is very useful and major factor for resolving a conflict. When problem arise, the emotional disturbance or the desire for a particular thing is an outcome can cloud our focus on hinder poor alignment to our ideals. When this happens, it is good to have a systematic reminder in place or step-by-step process that give a structure of dealing with conflict. It can be very helpful for all the members in a family. Generally, by becoming familiar with the problem-solving model through role plays and support of other students, we can learn beginning steps and other things. Your family should be always like this, always united without any conflict. अगर हम इस मुट्ठी को बंद करके रखेंगे तो ये मुट्ठी बहुत साथ देगी. अगर हम इस मुट्ठी को खोल देंगे तो ये सारी उंगलियां अलग हो जाएंगी. So that's what is an example here shown is कि you have to means be united, stay away from any type of conflict, and if you like this, kindly subscribe to my channel and comment. And you can also add your queries in a description box. Here comes to an end of this chapter, conflict resolution. I hope so you will be able to resolve conflicts in your family these days, if any. And also one more method is there. At the end, I would like to say that one more method is there of solving conflicts, which is controlling your anger also generally during a conflict, which is very important aspect. That is counting till 1 to 10. If you count in your mind, you will feel relaxed. Scientifically proven by many doctors that meditation and this technique which I told you at end is very, very, very important technique. I hope you will follow this. So goodbye guys. Have a great day and good luck. for your exams.